I get this question asked so many times from professionals from India and in general from all over the world. What is the best way to get the H1B visa? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get the H1B visa. Interested? Keep watching. Welcome back. Let's first understand what H1V visa is. The H1V visa is a specialty occupation visa, which means that the visa itself is tied or given to people who have a specialized knowledge or skill in certain field. Generally, the H1B visa is given to professionals who have at least university degree. It could be your undergraduate degree or master's degree or PhD degree. It doesn't matter, but you have to have a university degree to be eligible to get the H1B visa. And generally the H1B visa is given for 3 years in the first term. We call 3 years the first term, and then it can be extended for another 3 years for the second term. So the maximum duration of H1B visa is 6 years. Now there are ways you can extend your H1B visa beyond 6 years. That is really not a topic of this video. I will discuss that in a separate video, that how can you extend your H1B visa beyond 6 years. For the scope of this video, I think I'll limit my discussion on just the H1B visa and how to obtain the H1B visa. Oh, before I go any further, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you. All the H1B applications are subject to lottery. The lottery happens in two parts. From the first part, the 20,000 candidates will be picked from the pool of all the applications, and these applicants are the ones who have received their master's degree or PhD degree from US universities. And in the second part of the lottery, the 65,000 visas will be allotted from the pool of all the remaining candidates. Therefore, if you have a US master's or PhD degree, you will have two chances of getting picked up in the lottery every year. The pool for the first part of the lottery where 20,000 candidates will be picked up, and for the second part of the lottery where 65,000 applicants will be picked up. So these students will have slightly better chances every year to get H1B visa. Candidates from outside United States who studied outside United States, they will be at slightly disadvantageous positions because they will only be counted against the 65,000 applications or the second part of the lottery. They cannot be counted against the first 20 part of the lottery. So they are slightly at a disadvantageous position. Let's talk about how to get H1B visa. H1B visa is a kind of different kind of visa. It's not like a visitor visa or tourist visa or any business visa like B2, B1 or B3. This is a different kind of visa. Here the candidate itself cannot apply for the visa. You need a sponsor company who is willing to sponsor for you your petition for H1B visa. There are rules. Not all the companies can sponsor. So number one, the company has to be a US based employer. So there are so many companies in the US, right? They have the offices in the US. Only those companies can sponsor H1B visa. Number two, the company has to be E-verified employer. And so number three, that work location should be within US. You cannot have H1B visa if your work location is outside United States. So three main conditions. Number one, employer has to be US based. Number two, employer has to be E-verified. And number three, the work location should be within US. Now let's talk about how people generally get H1B visa. Well, I'll divide this into two categories again. The number one, students who studied here in the United States, and part two are the people who never studied in the United States and they are still outside the United States. So let's talk about for the students who study in the United States. For them, it is easy because they are already here and they are on F1B visa. Once they graduate, they will apply something called OPT, Optional Practical Training. And OPT basically allows you to go join a company and work for any private company outside your school. Okay, and your visa status still be F1B visa, but you can work full time in a company. And once you join a company, you ask your company to sponsor your H1B petition. And then you have to go through the lottery that I just explained earlier. So that's the first part, the candidates who are already on F1 visa in United States. Now let's talk about the people who have never been in United States, never studied in United States. They can also get H1B visa, but their route is different. What they have to do is they have to find an employer, a company who is basically a US employer, but it has office outside United States in your country as well. For example, let me take an example of India. So you find a company who is a US based company but has office in India. All you have to do is you get a job in that company in Indian office, and then you work there for a while and try to get the internal transfer to US location. That's the only way you can get the H1B visa. Otherwise, you have to come here, study here, get a master's, PhD or undergraduate degree and apply for OPT and get the H1B visa. If you don't want to go that route, the only option you have is find a US based employer, work in your home country, ask for internal transfer and come to United States on H1B visa. That's the only way for you guys who never been to United States, who never studied in United States. Alright guys, I hope this is helpful. By the way, there are other ways to work in United States. H1V visa is just one of many ways that allows you to work in United States. I'm planning to make another video where I will discuss what are the other ways, what are the other visa types which allows person to work in United States. So if you are interested, stay tuned with my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.